It's my privilege to welcome and introduce Yogacharya Dr. Anand Bal Yogi Bhavani. He is Director of the Center for Yoga Therapy Education and Research and Professor of Yoga Therapy at the Shri Balaji Vidyapith University, Pondicherry. He is the Chairman of the International Center for Yoga Education and Research at Ananda Ashram, Pondicherry, and Yoga Anjali Natyalam, the Premier Institute of Yoga and Carnatic Music and Bharatnatyam in Pondicherry. He is a gold medalist in Medical Studies MBBS with postgraduate diploma in both Family Health and Yoga and the Advanced Diploma in Yoga. A fellow of the Indian Academy of Yoga, he has authored 9 DVDs and 25 books and 21 competitions on yoga. He is a classical Indian vocalist, percussionist, music composer and choreographer of Indian classical dance. He is a recognized PhD guide for yoga therapy and is the first Indian to be recognized as an IAYT certified yoga therapist by the International Association of Yoga Therapists USA. He attended conferences in UK, USA, Italy, Malaysia, Germany, Switzerland, Canada, New Zealand, etc. He is an honorary advisor to the International Association of Yoga Therapists, Australian Association of Yoga Therapists, Worldwide Yoga Foundation. He is a member of numerous experts committees of the Ministry of Ayush, including a national board for promotion of yoga and natural therapy, expert committee for celebration of International Yoga Day and the Yoga and Diabetic Program. He is a consultant resource person for the WHO Collaborative Center in Traditional Medicines at New Delhi. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and put your hands together for Dr. Anand Bal Yogi Bhavani.
Namaste, Swagatam, Vanakkam, Bonjour, Buongiorno, Buonasera, depending on which part of the world you're logging in to enjoy this wonderful day, the Conclave 2021 of United Consciousness. I thank Dr. Vikrant for this opportunity to be with all of you and share some of my thoughts on spirituality and dealing with attachment. We human beings are social animals. Once we are born, we are given a name, we are given a family, we are given a society, and later on, we earn an education, we start to have our own family, and we start to have our own job with its titles and responsibilities. All of this creates a sense of attachment, and that attachment is the core of all suffering. The spiritual concept as given by the beautiful tradition of Sanatana Dharma, the pan-Indian cultural tradition from which yoga has sprouted and is alive and throbbing even today. The same tradition that has given us the beautiful teachings of Buddhism through the great Mahatma, the great Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha himself. All of this points to a very simple formula that says, everything is suffering. When you start to have the higher intelligence awaken, when viveka, that discernment starts to awaken in you, you realize dukkhameva sarvam vivekina. All is dukkha. And where does the dukkha start from? The dukkha starts from the attachment. Yogeshwar Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita tells us that the whole process of destruction of the human being begins with our attachment to the sensory objects. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu pajayate. We get attached. We stick to the sensory objects. Due to that, kama, desire, unfulfillable desire develops, which will never be fulfilled. We have anger, and from anger, we lose all reason and we perish. Dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangasteshu pajayate sangat samjayate kamat kamat krodho abhijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhrama smriti vramshat buddhinasho buddhinashat pranaschati. He gives us this whole sequence by which we go into suffering. Why do we go into suffering? Because of attachment. And attachment can be positive and negative. It can be the raga, that which you are attached to because you like it. That which you think gives you sukha. Sukhanushayi ragaha. And then you run away. It's another type of attachment, running away, which is dvesha. Dukkhanushayi dveshaha, that which gives you pain and suffering, you run away from it. But the problem is we have avidya. So we confuse what is sukha and what is dukkha. Hence, we keep on attaching to something or someone or some place. And the more we get attached, the more we are bound. We go into bondage. And that bondage gives us this false sense of suffering when we start to lose that to which we were attached. This is why Yogeshwar Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita tells us very clearly, Raga Dvesha Vimukta Vishayan Indriyas Charan Atma Vashye Vidayatma Prasadam Adhigachati. When we can transcend the likes and the dislikes, find that self-sufficiency, at that point, we have the tranquility that we have been looking for. A very beautiful concept here is of Vairagya. Because the moment there is raga, the moment there is attachment, that sangha that is happening, we have a tendency to be afraid of losing it. And Bharatri Hari, in his Vairagya Shatakam, 100 verses on Vairagya, tells us, if you have Vidya, you are afraid of losing it by someone being more knowledgeable than you. If you have beauty, you are afraid of it being lost with age. If you have money, you are afraid of someone stealing it. Whatever you have, you will have fear. Bhaya. Bhaya, fear will be there. Because what if I lose it? Because you're attached to it. And that is why he says the only thing where there is no fear, that point of fearlessness will only come when we have Vairagya meva abhayam. Through Vairagya. So what is this Vairagya? Non-attachment. Often translated as detachment. Detachment is very negative. Non-attachment is a positive choice. You are in the world. You are having the experiences of the world, but you are not attached to the experience. You realize the three bhavana. One, Narayana bhavana. Everything that is happening by the divine's will. Narayana Alpana Bhavana, everything you do and have is an offering to the divine. And the third is Nimitta Bhavana. We are but a tool for the divine plan to manifest. Narayana Bhava, Narayana Alpana Bhava, and Nimitta Bhava. These three attitudes, when we cultivate these attitudes, that what I have, I am a caretaker. Just as we human beings are meant to be caretakers of our beautiful planet, our mother planet, Bhumi Mata, Prithvi Mata. The tradition of India considers Earth as our divine mother. And that mother, we must respect her, protect her. We must be a loving caretaker. So humanity is meant to be a caretaker of the planet, but we have got attached to the things on this planet and we think we own the planet. And this is where attachment is where we start to then go down, because we start to drown in the illusion of Maya because of attachment. When we start to realize we are here with a purpose, a dharma, a swadharma, and we need to find that purpose. What is the purpose for which I am incarnated on this planet, karma bhumi? And when I fulfill my dharma in the spirit of pure karma, nishkama karma, again Yogeshwar Krishna tells us, karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetul burma te sangavasta karma. Whatever you are doing in your life should be done for the sake of doing it. Whatever you are should be for the sake of being, not for what you will get. Because the moment you are attached to the fruit, you have got bound. The moment you are bound, the laws of karma will act on you. It is like if you have a rubber band around your neck and you have a stone tied to one end of the rubber band. You throw that stone in any direction you want, up, down, right, left, right, center. But what is going to happen? Wherever you throw it is going to come back, because that stone is attached to you. And so that stone, wherever you throw, is going to come back and smack you. How do you get rid of that? Cut that band that is attaching you to your action. When your action can be free, nishkama karma, at that point, you don't have the attachment to it. Hence, the action becomes pure. When the action is pure, when there is a non-attachment, a dispassionate, non-attached living, you start to find the bliss. Because it doesn't matter whether somebody likes you or not. It doesn't matter whether you are rewarded or not anymore. What matters is you are fulfilling your dharma. You are living your purpose. That is what matters. And this is why the teachings of yoga, the timeless teachings are telling us that our sense of attachment is coming because of ignorance. The klesha called ignorance, which is the root klesha. It is from avidya, ignorance, that all the others, because we are ignorant of the reality, we tend to identify as a separate individual. A sense of duality, dichotomy arises. This is the asmita. And from that sense of derived self-identity, which is a mal-identity, we then start to have likes and dislikes. I like this, I don't like that, and we get attached to our likes and dislikes. And on top of that, we have abhinivesha. We want for this to survive at any cost. The survival instinct kicks in. Avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, klesha. And this is why the path of eradicating the kleshas, which are the root source of karma. The kleshas, klesha mula karma shaya. Because of avidya, you have asmita. Because of asmita, you have raga, dvesha, and abhinivesha, and you attach to everything. Because of attachment, you are bound. Because you are bound, you drown. And that is why you have to liberate yourself. That is the path of Kriya Yoga of Maharishi Patanjali. Tapas Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yoga. And through Kriya Yoga, Samadhi Bhavanartha Klesha Tanukaranartascha. Through following Kriya Yoga, Tapa, discipline, living a disciplined life. Swadhyaya, introspectional self-analysis using the spiritual GPS, the spiritual selfie, turning the camera on ourselves, observing ourselves without identification, without condemnation, and without justification. And then realizing that we are just the drop in the ocean, Ishvara Pranidhana. And when we open up to the universal perspective, acceptance comes in. Acceptance is one of the most important stages in dealing with attachment. And especially when attachment has led to loss and grief. When we have grief, when we have trauma, when we have a loss, a sense of loss from losing that which we were attached to, it is so important to begin to have that sense of acceptance. Because without acceptance, we will go through what is called dada, denial. The first thing is we say, oh, deny. No, there's no problem, nothing, and we deny it. The next thing is, once we have to face it, we get angry. Denial, anger, DA. Then comes depression, Vishada. Oh my God, my life is so bad. This has happened to me. Everybody else is fine. Only I am suffering. All this type of stuff. Denial, anger, depression. And the fourth, most important A, is acceptance. When we begin to accept that which happens in life is part of our learning curve. That which happens in life is part of our transformative journey of yoga. Because ultimately, yoga is all about self-transformation and transcendence. When we start to transform ourselves through the beautiful teachings, the timeless teachings of yoga, and when we start to transcend the unreal for the sake of the real, then that glorious Vedic mantra, Asatoma Sadghamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirghamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya, Hari Om Tat Sat. That mantra will come alive in our life. At that point, we will be able to cut free of the attachments that are binding us. Attachment binds us. And it is very ironical that one of the qualities of a sadhaka, of a spiritual seeker, is mumukshutva. So mumukshutva is the burning desire for liberation, that you will do all your sadhana for the sake of liberation. You become attached to your own liberation. You get attached to your own sadhana. And this will take you to that pinnacle, that threshold, but it will not take you to Kaivalya. Because even at that point, the threshold of Kaivalya, you have to have Paravairagya. You have to be able to say, thy will be done. In that moment where you have done your best, to get to the threshold, at that point, you leave the rest. And in that moment of leaving the rest, giving over to the higher and accepting the universal divine conscious will, at that point, you presto in Kaivalya. The journey to liberation begins when we start to understand what is it that I am attached to? Why am I attached to it? Why is that attachment limiting me? It is said that the mumukshutva, the burning desire for liberation itself, can be extinguished by our attachment, putreshana, to our progeny. It can be vitteshana, due to the attachment to the knowledge. I am so knowledgeable, I have all of this, and so you get attached to it. It extinguishes the burning fire that is enabling you to move towards Kaivalya. Putreshana, vitteshana, and lokeshana. The burning desire gets eradicated, extinguished, because of our attachment to who we are in this world. I am the big so-and-so. I am the director. I am the yogacharya. I am the Mahapuba. I am the father. I am the son. All that, it limits us. And this is why the whole path of yoga is of transforming ourselves, moving from the unreal to the real, moving away from the darkness to the light, moving away from the bondage of mortality, moving into that unlimited, immortal sense of universality. The drop, that is us, must go back into the ocean and become the ocean. As long as the drop thinks it is different than the ocean, there will be attachment. As long as there is attachment, there will be suffering. And that is why Patanjali Maharishi so beautifully tells us, the suffering that is there, the dukkha, is coming from avidya. And he says, this is why you need to understand the source of dukkha. You have to deal with that dukkha. And that is why you have to let go by adopting the most important teaching of Vairagya. Through Vairagya, you overcome all the limitations, all the attachments, everything that is binding you and hampering your growth towards that pure consciousness which is Ishvara itself. Ishanam sarva vidyanam, Ishvara sarva bhutanam, Brahmadipati Brahmanodipati Brahma, Shivo me astu sada shivoham. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Thank you very much, respected Bal Yogi ji. It is such an amazing and inspiring thing that you mentioned. I'm sure that our audience could understand that the reason of the problem with attachment, that it leads to suffering and it leads to a vicious cycle. What Lord Krishna said, karma leads to anger, anger to delusion, and then you perish. And you rightly identified, as Yoga Sutra says, about avidya is the root cause of that attachment, and that's why we confuse things, and that it leads to asmita and then raga, dvesha, and abhinivesha. The beautifully you said it, and you brought vairagyam, non-attachment, which is a positive choice as a solution. And three attitude that you rightly mentioned: Narayana Bhavana, Narayana Arpana Bhavana, and the Nimitta Bhavana. Karma in the spirit of dharma, doing for the sake of doing and being for the sake of being nishkama, and cut that band of attachment, and then action becomes pure. And you so beautifully mentioned that Kriya Yoga is the solution, Tap Swadhyaya and Ishwar Pranidhana, that I am a drop in the ocean. And finally, I realized that probably the ocean is there in that drop even. And then you mentioned beautifully that denial, anger, depression, and finally acceptance leads to it starts with self-transformation, leads to self-transcendence, leaving even the feeling of liberation, mumukshutvam even, that will help us to reach to astoma sadgama, and realizing that thy will be done, and do your best and leave the rest. Such an amazing and inspiring thing. We are so honored to have you here, and we are sure that you will keep us blessing. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Dhanyavadaha.
On behalf of United Consciousness, I thank Dr. Anand Bal Yogi Bhavani to come onto the platform of United Consciousness and sharing his views. Thank you so much.